Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to today's tale. We're gonna look at another folk creature, an Irish one, and it is, other than the Banshee, one of the most famous, and it is called the Leprechaun. Now, so sit back, smash that subscribe button, enjoy a horn of mead, and let's get into it. The leprechaun is among Ireland's most well-known folkloric creatures. They've gained international acclaim. Millions of people have been captivated by the roguish Irish leprechaun over the years. With stories from those who have seen these wee folk inside the Irish countryside, the leprechaun is a character in Irish mythology and folklore associated with fairy folk, as well known as wee folk, or the little people. They are descendants of the Tuatha De Danann, who invaded Ireland and then were exiled underground. Leprechauns are devious creatures who stand 2 to 3 feet tall. They are quick-witted, knowledgeable individuals who will avoid capture at any length. The leprechaun is a cousin of a cricket, and is known to live in Ireland before the entrance of the Celts, and, well, therefore can live hundreds of years. Some consider leprechauns to be true Irish natives, descended from Irish royalty. The leprechauns can be found in rural Ireland, far from the general public, for a deep local underground. Entrances disguised with rabbit holes, or discovered into hollow crests of a fairy tree. They find refuge from humans who actively sought to capture them, to grant them their wishes. The leprechaun is very well for one's love of traditional Irish music and dance. They frequently keep callies that may last for days. They are very accomplished musicians who can play the tin whistle, fiddle, bodhrán, and Irish harp. However, there is a common misconception that supernatural beings are drunkard, that they enjoy drinking Irish point. It would be incorrect to confuse them with their Irish cousins, the Corcorans, inebriated creatures who wants to cause havoc throughout Ireland at night. Catching one of these wee folk is a very difficult task that is often discouraged. They're fast, innovative, and can, well, vanish into thin air. But they may be caught. If you're happy to see a leprechaun, he'll grant you 3 wishes before releasing you. But be cautious. Making the wrong desires could result in a lifetime of bad luck. People can tell stories about capturing a leprechaun and granting their wishes. Beware of such claims. People tend to tell lies, and how. The original leprechaun was not a top hat wearing, pipe smoking, green glad spirit like you know them nowadays. The legend of the leprechaun states that these people hail from Ireland, where they make shoes, and of course we habit unsuspecting humans. The group's namesake is perpetrated to have arisen from the Irish term Leith Brugan, meaning shoemaker. According, other theories believe that the word comes from the term Leprechaun, which means pygmy. And yet some say the mythical figures are named after a Euro-Celtic god named Lu, pronounced Luc. According to the anglicized inscriptions, spotting a leprechaun does indeed bring good luck, according to the legend. It's not an easy task. The sound of a fairy shoe hammer is perpetrated to lead one elusively to a pot of gold, but the mischievous creatures will cunningly try to entice humans with riches, only to snatch it away out of an act of trickery. They guard the treasure believed to have been buried by the Danes, who, of course, once conquered Ireland. To see how the fellow and mischief maker is no small task, as they are known to vanish. It is said that the leprechaun can only be found in Ireland, in rural areas away from the general population, burrow deep underground caves with entrances hidden as rabbit holes, or found in hollow trunk of a fairy tree. The earliest known references to leprechaun appears in the medieval tale known as the Itar Fergus Michlich, in other words, the death of Fergus MacLeithi, which I've already put, so just refer to my other video. Originally, the leprechaun was generally held that it wore red, not green, and describes the leprechaun. Samuel Lover, in 1831, describes them as quite a beau in his dress, notwithstanding, for he wears a red square-cut coat, richly laced with gold, and inaccessible of the same, crooked hats, shoes, and buckles. According to Yeats, the solitary fairies like Leprechaun wearing red jackets, whereas trooping fairies wear green. The leprechaun's jackets has 7 rows of buttons, with 7 buttons on each row.